All right. Welcome back, YouTube. This is the latest Tekken patch. It's going to be version 1.11. This is basically the Clive patch. But it's not just Clive. There's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of stuff that they told us about previously that are finally coming out to the game finally. So some of that stuff is going to be, you know, just costumes and stuff. But they're also adding like the Tekken Ball, online stuff, customization slots, more favorites, etc., etc., etc. Improved punishment settings in practice mode. It's also pretty good too. So that's something that's kind of nice to see them update alongside the rest of the characters, etc. Improved photo mode controls, added function to hide unwanted other player information. So lots of little quality of life improvements, I guess you could call them, that they've been meaning to add that they just haven't added yet, right? So add a function to access replay list from profile screen. Now it's possible to navigate to a player's replay list from their profile screen. Oh, okay. That's kind of nice. So you can just find a profile and just pull up their replays. Let's see. So in version 1.11, behavior fixes and performance adjustments apply to Heihachi and Clive. Heihachi will only receive minor adjustments to address unintended phenomena, whereas Clive will undergo significant changes to character balance, such as suppressing the performance of certain overpowered moves. Improvements have been made to enhance the quality of sound effects, voice, and visual effects. Wow, that's pretty significant, actually. I know they did that. All right, here it is. Here it is. Zoom, enhance. Can we go larger? We can go larger. Pet Shop, thanks for the sub. I hit some random button, dude. You guys gotta get a replay. Oh my gosh. Anyways, thank you very much, Pet Shop. Somehow we messed up the zoom on that. Sorry. All right. It's the longest replay of all time. I'm sorry. Here we go. This is what we just read. Sound effects and voices, move list, icons and stuff. Phoenix Gate. Issue where stage objects were appearing in front of the character in specific situations has been alleviated. I'm going to move my camera lower so that it won't be blocking the text wherever I'm reading. Issue where in some instances characters could move outside the wall near areas where wall bound as possible has been fixed. Wow. So there was a bug with the stage where you could move outside of it, I guess. I did not see that on Twitter. Heihachi. So Warrior Instinct Hell Sweep. The issue with this move could not be performed immediately after activation of heat has been fixed. Okay, minor is basically a nothing change. Clive. Forward 1+2 is a long-reaching heat engager that serves as an effective counter to lateral movements. However, due to its combination of various strength and low risk, this move overshadowed the utility of Clive's other techniques, encouraging monotonous playstyles. Duh. Yeah, that move was incredibly good range and tracking and safe, and a heat engager. What? Yeah. To address this, the move has been adjusted so that it now incurs a guaranteed punishment when blocked, maintaining its utility against lateral movements, but introducing a risk level appropriate for its performance. Additionally, if the first hit whiffs, the tracking ability of the second hit has been significantly reduced. If the first hit whiffs, tracking second hit significantly reduced, allowing players to counter it with sidesteps from a longer range. Both back 3, his parry, and back 1+2, his giant Titan Punch, Power Crush, are excellent counterplay tools. However, their rapid recovery, even after failure, made them difficult to punish. To balance this, adjustments have been made to increase the risk when these moves fail. Other unintended issues have also been adjusted in this update. Okay. So Heat Smash. Timing for the opponent to enter a wall splat state has been adjusted to make follow-up attacks with wall combos easier to execute. This adjustment aims to alleviate difficulty performing follow-up attacks after triggering wall breaks or other mechanics with this move. This is something that a lot of people don't actually want in the game. I've heard a lot of top players talk about how they think that a Heat Smash shouldn't give you a wall combo, etc. And I've heard that from them, but the developers right here with this patch are saying, we want that to be easier. So that is, for me, confirmation that that is not going away anytime soon. Let's see. Forward 1+2. This is the big one they just talked about. Tracking ability after first taken block has been enhanced to alleviate instances of attacks whiffing midway through. Wait, what? Let's start from the top. Adjusted the tracking performance of the move so the second attack is less likely to connect when the first attack is evaded. So if you sidestep the first one, the second one will have worse tracking, so you should be able to sidestep it easily. We can probably test that in a second. Tracking ability after first attack on block has been enhanced to alleviate instances of attacks whiffing midway through. This is kind of weird. So it's an up and a down, and this is the up part, I suppose. So now on block of the first hit, it will track you for the second hit. So you can't like block the first hit, step the second hit maybe? Let's see. Reduce the distance to opponent on block. That's good for the second attack. And decrease recovery time by 4 frames when blocked. So instead of -8, now -12. So this was one of his core moves in the game. If you guys don't know what forward 1+2 is, it was this move right here. Let me just do this. Boom, boom, right? So now this is -12. And now you can punish it. Before you could not punish that at all. Heat engager, safe on block, etc. But now you can also sidestep it. Whoa, didn't work to the left. How about to the right? The second hit not whiff? So if the first hit whiffs only? Bro, making the first hit whiff the hard part. What? Brother. Wait. Did I read this wrong, brothers? Hold on. Hold on. Did I read this wrong? Adjusted the tracking performance of the move so that second attack is less likely to connect when the first attack is evaded. Man. So I thought, when I read it, I had thought that it was going to be that if you sidestep it, you can step it. You know, and the second it won't track you. That's what I thought was happening, or supposed to be from this when I read it through the first time. However, stepping the first hit is still going to be near impossible. You know, certain characters obviously will have an easier time than others. But the good news is that although this is basically a homing attack, it's now punishable on block. So that's the nerf. So you can't just throw it out willy-nilly because you will be punished for it now. But its tracking is still really good because you got to be hella far for this shit to whiff. Diamond was 2 tracking ability after first block has been enhanced to alleviate instant whiffing. Back 3, this is parry. Recovery time on whiff when a reversal fails has been increased by 5 frames. Fixed an issue with the recovery time was shorter than intended in certain situations. So the parry now has more recovery. I was complaining about this when this character first came out because the parry was just so much better than all the other characters who lost their parries, you know? Like Jin's, Law's, Leroy's, all their parries got worse, right? But then Clive came in like, hey, what's wrong, man? What game are we playing? In this Tekken 7? I can parry everything. So I'm glad that they nerfed it a little bit. But yeah, I guess that's a good nerf. Is it a fast parry? It is a fast parry. But also it can parry more things than like Leroy's parry can parry, etc. But it's got more recovery now when it fails at least. So yeah. That's good news. Good news. Back 1+2. This was his Titan Punch. Recovery frames have been increased by 6 frames. Let me move my camera. To maintain the frame advantage on block, increased the opponent's recovery time on block by 6 frames. Adjusted opponent's recovery time so that the frame disadvantage becomes -14 even when the move is blocked from a long distance. So I guess at certain ranges it was probably safer. So now they've made it so that it's -14 always. I think that was what their intention was here. Change the damage of the power diversion, which activates immediately after absorbing the opponent's attack from 725 to 720. So if it absorbs something, it also does a little less damage. So it's overall a big nerf to Titan Punch. If I remember correctly, though, it's been a while since I played this, but there were certain ranges where like your 14 frame puncher wasn't really reaching it either. So hopefully that addresses it, but it was always -14. So it's always been punishable. It's just a little worse now. So it's good change, I guess. Good change here. Good change for the parry. The only one I'm not super sold on is this forward 1+2 one, but still a good change. It's not something you can just throw out nonstop anymore, right? So I'm okay with it, I guess. I just wish that the tracking was different. Like, I wish that this was a move where you could block the first hit and sidestep the second hit. Or that you could just block the first hit, you know, and then the second would track you. Something like that. You know, just something like that where you have a sidestep option between the first and second hit. In either way, I don't care. But the way it currently is you're basically not going to sidestep it. So just block it and punish it. While Rising 1+2, relax the input window to make it easier to execute. That's a non-change, really. During Phoenix Shift 3-2, attack hitbox adjusted to mitigate issue of whiffing when used as fall protect near the wall. So, minor fixes for some things, but I think the 3 big changes are Titan Punch, parry, and forward 1+2 for Clive, right? And that's basically it. So yeah, if you want to, if you want the quick rundown of the patch notes, Clive forward 1+2 is now -12. Don't bother trying to sidestep anything. Back 3 parry is a little bit more recovery, so you can parry that, or parry. You can punish that a little bit easier. And back 1+2, the Titan Punch, is now -14 more consistently and slightly less damage. So that's basically the important changes that you have to know. And that's it. That's the Clive patch. They'll probably release another patch in like a month or something, I think. So stay on the lookout for that, because they said that there was going to be multiple patches leading to spring. They were just on the Evo show today, Harada and Michael Murray, talking about how all the Evo events are going to be on the Tekken World Tour. And they said that it was going to be announced soon, but it's going to be starting in spring. So they didn't want to commit to what event was starting the tour, but they did say it was going to be starting in spring soon. And if you guys want to go for the Evo Awards, here it is, evo.gg/awards. Go there and vote for best commentary, where I said amazing things like, Arslan's going to do it. He's so close. He's so close, Steve. Yeah, I'm sure. And oh, wait, best on-air duo. Of course, Rip and Tasty Steve. Look at us. We're amazing. Number one. We're number one. Anyways, go vote for us, and I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good one, YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell, ring the notifications, or whatever order you're supposed to do those things, and leave a comment below and let me know if you think this was enough for Clive or if he's still going to be too good or whatever. Peace. Boom.